Hey guys, and it's amazing what drinking half a Mickey of vodka will do. Look at that, I got done like 5 videos in one day. And good news, I found my lighter. So moving on, guys. We're on the last shelf of my one unit, actually. So we got Hellraiser Bloodline. I actually love this movie. This is one of my favorite ones in the Hellraiser franchise. I've heard good and bad about this one. I'm well aware it's just a detective serial killer movie with Hellraiser after on it, but it's still a good movie for Hellraiser. I like it. Next up, oh sorry, I lied. That wasn't the one. That was the fourth one. My bad. Yeah, Hellraiser Bloodline is pretty good, to be honest, in my opinion. It's not as good as Inferno, is what I meant to say. Inferno is my favorite. Or not my favorite, but one of them. Hellraiser Bloodline is definitely up there, though. And after that, I don't care. Because after that, we got Hellraiser Hellseeker, Hellraiser Deader, and Hellraiser Hellworld. I don't mind the first two. I don't like them a lot, but I don't mind them. They're good horror movies. And they're not terrible. I think people are way too hard on this franchise, honestly. I mean, what I like about Hellraiser is that every movie's different. And it's a different take every single time. It's a different sinner, it's a different story. What is wrong with that? Like, I don't understand what is wrong with that at all. Keeps it fresh, at least. I mean, yeah, some of the releases are garbage, but being Hellworld, holy fuck. I've only seen that once, and it was like, I had to be like 23 when I saw that, and it fucked me. I was like, God, this movie sucks. I knew it was going to suck just based on the cover at the time. These days, you can base a movie on its cover, especially a horror movie. Unless it has critical acclaim, like It. What was so special about that? It. What was so special about It? Anyway, whatever. Next up, we have... Okay. Yeah. I bought it because it was cheap, and I was like, oh, I can complete the collection, sort of. I mean, you noticed Hellraiser 3 wasn't in there. Or 1, so... You will see, don't worry. Another Legacy Series edition I got, that I took the cover off of, is The Hills Have Eyes. This is a great movie, man. I like The Hills Have Eyes. And here we have I got the box of the remake and the sequel. The remake was okay. The remake was pretty good, actually. The sequel was fucking kind of meh. I haven't seen, actually, the original Hills Have Eyes sequel. I heard it wasn't very good. But, whatever. I want to check it out one day. Next up, I have House. This is a great fucking movie. If I was to have the Horror Legacy edition of this, I guarantee you a slipcover would go right over this shit. I'm sure there's a Horror Legacy edition of this. I haven't looked, but House is a good movie. Very much in the vein of Evil Dead 2. So if you like Evil Dead 2, you'll probably like House. The Innkeepers. It was okay. I don't know. It wasn't the best. I hoped it was better. But it wasn't bad. Inside. French movie. French Extreme. They said. But this says a Dimension Extreme. I don't know. I just remember hearing about these extreme French movies. Martyrs being one of them that I don't have that I'd really like to get. Martyrs is awesome. But Inside is... They made a remake of that too. They did an Americanized version of Inside and Martyrs, actually. And never bothered watching either of them because the first Inside I didn't really like all that much. Martyrs was awesome, but I can't imagine an Americanized remake with a bunch of teen actors would do it justice. That movie was awesome. You cannot get better than what it was. And I know this. I guarantee if I watched the remake, I'd be like, what the fuck was the point? Like, you know... I'm sure their dialogue is irritating as all fuck. And I'm sure the acting is terrible. I don't even have to fucking watch it to know it. Insidious. I like it. I think it's a good movie. Insidious 2, I actually like even more. Oddly enough, with James Wan movies, Conjuring 2 I like more, Insidious 2 I like more. Insidious 3 was fucking garbage. It wasn't scary. I don't, the first movie you got a fucked up transvestite with a creepy mom ghost, and then in the first one you got that devil guy. In the third one you get a guy that can't breathe. That's horrifying. I'd be so afraid of a guy who can't breathe. He's got to breathe through a gas mask or a oxygen mask because he can't breathe. I don't know. Well, should almost knock some shit over. But I don't know why that's scary. I honestly don't get it. I'll never get it. It was not scary. It made the show the series go forward. I respect that, but the movie itself was not scary. I Saw the Dead. Still haven't watched this. Guessing it's a UK movie based on just the people on the cover. My friend told me I should buy it, so I did, and I still haven't watched it, but he was like, I bet you it's awesome, so I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I Spit on Your Grave. It's a classic rape revenge movie. Not a huge fan of the genre, but it's okay. I actually like the remake more in this case. I thought it was more intense. I think people that say that the first one was better, I think they're just holding on to the fact that it's the first one. And honestly, I think that if a person can do it better, then let them. And I think that they did do it better. It was more scary. It was more intense. I felt more for the character. I Spit on Your Grave too. I haven't watched this in a long time. But me and my brother watched it once, and I think it was okay, I believe. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Still haven't watched this. Want to, though, because I do have Body Snatchers. The Invasion Continues. I didn't realize there was a subtitle there thing. Or whatever it's called. But yeah, I've seen this. This was good. I don't remember it much, but it was awesome, I remember. It's the first one. Who's your favorite Pennywise? I can't decide. I think I asked that in a video earlier anyway, but Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. This movie's hilarious, actually, and it's a lot funnier than I think it even gets credit for. It's a good movie. It's not. I think it could be funnier. I would give it that. If I wrote the script, I would do some funnier bits, I think. But next up, we got Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Should we like Victor Salva's work? I don't know. Jeepers Creepers 3, meh, I've seen it. I'll buy it eventually, maybe, but honestly, the first two, I like the second one more than the first one. I like the first one. But honestly, when it comes to Victor Salva, it's kind of like, do you want to support a guy like that? And either way, who gives a fuck? I guess it's a movie, and if Hollywood will let him make movies, then whatever. But I still think it's kind of fucked up that they even let him make movies. I don't get it. How can you fuck kids and get away with it? It's wrong. We got Laid to Rest. Very good slasher movie. It took me a while to watch it, and then I was like, oh, that's cool. So I watched it, and then I bought the sequel, and it was also pretty cool. That's what Hatchet should do. They came out around the same time, I believe, and Hatchet held nothing to that. Oh, here's a great movie, The Langille Ears. Yeah. I don't know. Would you watch that? I've never even finished it. It was so fucking boring. Me and my dad watched hours and hours of this stupid movie, not realizing it was a made-for-TV miniseries. It was the most trash Stephen King thing I've ever watched. It was the worst Stephen King adaptation I've ever seen. Hands down. Next up we got the Last House on the Left remake. I seen it in theaters, and my buddy, I'm not going to disclose names, but my buddy says to me, he's like, hey man, you get a boner during the rape scene? And I'll admit it, I did. Like, I didn't mean to, but like and I wasn't because I was enjoying it either. It was just, I think it just happened. The chick was hot or something, and fucking. But yeah, we are asking all our friends, and they all did. We were the only people in the theater aside from my buddy and his girlfriend, and my buddy with the girlfriend is the one who asked me that. And I was like, yeah, man, like it was, yeah, I did, and so did everyone else. They were all very concerned about themselves after the movie, and I was like, you guys, it was just a fucking movie, and movies can do subconscious things to you, I think, obviously. But again, I don't like the rape revenge genre much. I think that remake was also, I think that that's a genre that remakes usually prevail a little bit more. I think that the revenge was better in this one. I'm not going to say Wes Craven's wasn't good because I love the Wes Craven version too, but this one just I feel was worth the remake, and I think he was involved with this. Or was it The Hills Have Eyes he was involved with? I think that might have been the one. Never mind. I have the remake of Let the Right One In. Never actually seen it, but I have Let Me In, and it's very artsy. At least it felt to me. Maybe not artsy, just different. Probably one of the best roles that Grace Moretz chick was in. I don't really like her as an actress. Like, I like the Kick-Ass movies, but even as Hit Girl, she's kind of like, unbelievable. I can't see a little girl saying the word cunt and it coming across like it makes any sense. It just sounds stupid coming from a little kid. Maybe that's the problem. But I seen her in that Neighbors sequel with Seth Rogen, and fuck if I. She was so unbelievable as an actress. It was just pathetic, and that's just my opinion. I seen her in Carrie. Actually, I think as much as a lot of people hate the Carrie remake, I would have to say that role. I liked the Carrie remake because I wasn't a big fan of the original, and honestly, I'm not saying that I loved it, but I am going to say that she acted great in that movie. That was probably her best role I've seen her in. So I don't hate her. I just think she needs to be in less comedies and more horror movies, maybe. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I'm rambling. The Lost Boys. Great vampire movie from the 80s. Semi-gay. Definitely got some gay shit going on in there. Definitely some Jim Morrison obsession, too. I noticed watching it. But I like it. And I think a lot of other people would agree. It's a good movie. Lost Boys The Thirst. I actually didn't mind this for a sequel. I thought it was decent. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible either. I thought it paid homage enough, and it was okay. However, The Tribe with Kiefer Sutherland's kid, I have the lenticular cover of it. It's not that good. I didn't like it that much. And last but not least, we have... Did I go backwards? No. Okay, I didn't. Oh, that's confusing. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I got confused there for a minute. Anyways, last on this list is Machete. Machete is pretty okay. It's got Steven Seagal in it. Danny Trejo. Jessica Alba and Robert De Niro. I mean... I haven't seen it since it first came out. My buddy bought it because we were huge fans of Hobo with a Shotgun, so we assumed Machete would be just as cool. It wasn't just as cool, but it was its own thing, and it was ridiculous enough for us to watch and enjoy and laugh at. And I think I have the sequel too, but I've never even given that a shot. I should probably give the Machete movies a shot again. Anyway, guys, I only made it through half of Mickey of my Alberta Pure. Yeah, I think I did good. We got a lot of shelves covered, and I will be back with more of those in due time. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. I hope you guys are too. I know I don't have very much shit that's very impressive, but I'm saving most of the good stuff for the end. Of all this, because the good stuff's the good stuff. Let's get you don't want to give that away right away. And some of the stuff that you're going to get in my shelves is going to surprise you, I think, coming up later on in these reviews. I would say in little spurts here, you're going to get some strange shelves coming up. And also I'm going to do a show off of all my horror memorabilia and collectible stuff, So yeah, anyway, we got some stuff planned, and this is something I can do a lot. And I'm going to keep doing it till it's done. And then I'll finally come up with a plan to do something. Now that I'm getting a little more back into YouTube, I'll come up with a better plan of what I'm going to do next. And we'll go from there, guys. But thank you so much for sticking with me. I've actually made a few more subscribers since I've left YouTube for a while. And that's really great to know that I haven't depleted. I've actually gained. And maybe this will make it a little more worth it for all of you. And I'm so happy that I still have the small amount of people I have. It's only 145 right now, but I mean, guys, I appreciate it a whole bunch. I put so much effort into the videos when I do them, and a lot of time, and I really appreciate it. Not so much these videos, but the ones that I edit, and the ones that I, make an effort with. They're for you. They're for the people that appreciate my art. And I am an artist. I do all sorts of things. I do music. I do paintings. If anybody's interested in seeing anything interesting, just let me know. I'm here to please you. You are my audience. So after all this, thank you so much for watching, guys. Todd, you're the man. Justin, you're the man. And all the others. And the rest. Anyways, guys. See you later. I love you guys. Oh, check out my buddy Lane's channel. Shit, I'm going to give you guys the channel info for that next video. Because, man, you got to see his cartoons. He's awesome. Peace.